Check 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's put the lemon into the water. Decalcify that pineal gland. Bitcoin looking strong this morning, busting through 67,200, that weekly support or resistance. I'm excited. I already took multiple gains this morning. I was in multiple scalps, in and out, and even bigger trades. I now have more trades open again. At 777s right now, 67,777. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's decalcify. I'm going to play one of my favorite songs you guys already heard, but I don't get to hear the countdown like you guys. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of my crypto lifers. Let's go, baby. This is the week. These are the days. I firmly want to make a prediction. These will be probably some of the lowest prices you'll ever get again before these altcoins, because they made higher lows on their dailies 3 days, right? And if you take, basically, if you study Ape, what ApeCoin did, many coins are going to do what ApeCoin did. And my trading group, they understand, I believe. Does everyone know what I'm saying? When I say it's going to do what ApeCoin did, I want to see who follows my posts very closely. Anybody here know? Can someone please write in the chat what I mean? I want to see if someone can describe what I was saying. All right. Okay. Shout out to everybody here. Let's go, baby. Hit the likes, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's jump on into the live screen. and have a blast. And here we are. And here we are. I have a huge interview today with something that's going to blow your mind. I don't really want to ruin it, but imagine a world where you can borrow against your Bitcoin on a smart contract that does exactly what you want. And that's what I've always been dreaming of. And it's basically a new Bretton Woods system based on Bitcoin. And you'd be like, huh? And you'd be like, yeah. I mean, it's already there. There's $1 trillion. We can unlock the dormant value within the next 5 to 10 years by using it as collateral. You understand? Anyway, big rounded bottom and adding almost the market riding right below the 200 MA. Yeah, exactly. If your coin hasn't cracked the 200 MA, it looks like it's about to on like the 8-hour, the 12-hour, or the daily. That's like 95% of coins. And you know what happens when we crack that thing? You've seen it. I could backtest it for you and show you on multiple assets around the world. We just get an absolute blast to the upside. And I mean, it's amazing. So will we get that blast again? Hey, you never know. Only time will tell, my friends. Only time will tell. 67,700 for Bitcoin. Bitcoin struggling a little bit here on the morning right now as the stream starts. Let's take a look at what's happening to BTC. NAKA looks just like ApeCoin did. You know, if I show you ApeCoin before the explosion, and I'm just going to be nice enough to teach you, but see, it looks just like this too. It's like the low, then you have the higher low, and then boom. If you were in my trading group, I talked about getting it into position as long as the 50-minute didn't lose the 200. It double bottomed there, but it got back above. It made the flag, and then the flag pumped to the upside beautifully, right? And technically too, just getting above the 200 MA, which is my go-to. Last night, we traded this shoulder, this head, this right shoulder. Beautiful pump to the upside. Shout out to anyone that jumped into that with me. I basically projected the right shoulder before it happened. Right. Then when the right shoulder came up, we took the trade to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. I even took little trades here as we saw the reversal to the upside throughout the night. It was awesome. So shout out to anyone that took the long last night with me in the trading group. You would have been keen to what was happening and you would have made gains. If you want to know how to join the trading group, we make it very simple. Go to the pinned comment up here in this comment section and hit cryptolifer.com. Cryptolifer.com. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to keep it moving here with the technical analysis. We're going to go over multiple coins, find out what's hot and what's not, give you the top trending coins, what's going on, and show you the deal. May God bless each and every one of you. All right. Shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital. Buy, sell in cryptocurrency, gold and silver with your IRA. I Trust Capital is amazing. Open 24/7. They have access to multiple coins. SUI they've just added, which is a big deal. I think that they've added it. They're always looking to push the envelope for your long-term retirement. And you can buy and sell cryptocurrency tax-free in here until you do take it out later on. But it's pretty awesome if you think about that. Solana 173. Sammy likes to see Solana above 170. I'll tell you that. That is a good thing. Let's take a look at what's hot today. GOAT kind of coming back to even there. Really nothing happening. Not up, not down. I guess just, in the last hour. But in the last day, TIA getting a nice move. POPCAT getting a nice move. Mew, Ray, still some lingering. And it just seems like memes are taking over here a little bit. We are seeing a bit of movement in these meme coins. So just something that's happening. All right. For sure. The memes, baby, the memes. All right. But look, basically green. And you can see, coins are starting to kind of make some movement here. So Bitcoin came up, getting rejected now. Looks like it's making maybe an upward flag or a rising wedge that may want to take us further to the downside. And what is this? Well, it's the rejection of the what? The 200 MA. So could we make this rising wedge? Do we make a flag? Can we stay above this point of control? Or is the 15-minute going to dump us all the way back down here? No real strong bearish div as these both swing up. Tells us we could continue. We could consolidate sideways and then still pump to 70,000 today. You never know. Let's break it down. I already did it at about 6:45 in the morning for my students. Well, let's do it again like we do every single day here on the channel. Shout out to everybody on the live. We love you. We appreciate you. And we care about you. positive energy around. You wake up every day and you say, you know, dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. And you go from there. I don't wake up feeling amazing every single day. You know what I'm saying? I don't wake up feeling amazing every single day. But, you know, I find a way to make myself feel amazing at one point, or motivate myself or push myself. You got to find a way every single day. You know, today I listened to Jim Rohn. Be a lion and surround yourself with lions. Sorry to say, you don't want to hang out with weak-minded people that can't. Like, if you're a strong man that's, you know, that disciplines your kids, you don't want to be around a guy that doesn't discipline his kid. If you're, you know, all these different things in your life you don't want to be doing. All right, alpha males, lions, you want to hang out with lions. Women out there, if you're a lion woman, you're a lioness, you want to hang out with lionesses. All right, it's important. You're the, you know, there are 5 people you know. You know, make sure the people around you are pushing you, making you positive, finding, you know, progressing you to a higher level. I always seek out someone more successful than me, and I ask them, successful people leave clues. If you hang out with them, you'll pick up on those clues. You'll start to know what they're doing. You'll start to see, you'll gain insight into their mindset, their behavior, what they're doing. Success isn't just, oh my gosh, it's not an accident. People that are successful, it's not an accident. Luck happens to follow the prepared. Luck happens to follow the discipline. You know, luck happens to follow the people that are showing up every day. Consistency breeds luck. All right, it's not the other way around. Anyway, let's take a look here at Bitcoin on the weekly. And shout out to everyone getting their mind right here with me on this technical analysis and subconscious mind healing. We're rebuilding your subconscious mind because we've all been bombarded by the system. They told you weren't good enough. They told you to stay poor. They told you that you weren't never going to make it, and so you believed it. And now most people fall into that kind of setting. And we want to get you out of that way. We want to turn you out of that and show you that, no, that is not the way. You're full of abundance. You're amazing, and anything is possible. Here we go with Bitcoin on the weekly. So far, the nice wick to the upside is okay. We'll take it. Anytime we're going to close the day above 67.2, I'm happy. Again, I'm going to say it's the same things I said for the last 3 days. We just need to close the daily above 67,200. Now, I'd love a daily close above 68.5 and all that, and we'll take it if it happens. But right now, it's just 67.2. Just want to make sure this weekly candle closes above 67,200. That's a very crucial area of support or resistance on the weekly. Must close above 67.2. We close below 67.2. We have to start asking ourselves, are we going back to 65? If we lose that, we have to start talking about 64. And then, you know, we're back to, and I don't even want to mention 61.5 again. Right now, it's not in the conversation. I'd like to keep it that way. I'd like to keep it away from where we're at. So as long as we don't break 67.2, we don't talk about 61.5. So 67.2, you know, could lead us to 61.5. I don't want to see it. All right, I want to stay above it. So far, so good for Bitcoin. Weekly going to close above 67,200. And that's the key area that we're looking for to close above. We take a look here at the 3-day chart for Bitcoin, and we're finally getting a bit of a green candle. Beautiful green candle here for Bitcoin on the 3-day. Can we get that reversal? It would be awesome. Last time we had a bearish engulfing, we somehow whipped it back up. Can we do it again here on the 3-day chart? Still showing that shoulder, head, right shoulder, a little bit of a breakout, but we're on our way to fulfill that measured move. And then here we are on the daily time frame. I'm firmly sticking to the fact that this was a breakout. Some people try to put it back inside the pattern. I guess, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world if you do this. You could be like, we're in some type of ascending triangle. But I like that we broke out. And now that we've broken out, can we stay out, right? And that's kind of what we're looking for. The daily was too far away from the 21-day moving average. We had to come back to it. We did that. All right. Once we did that, it was like, okay. So I don't need that line. That's just, but once we came back to the 21, pretty close, we wicked. I mean, we didn't touch it, but that's like, in a very bullish time, that's acceptable. Very acceptable. And then today, we're already kind of starting a bullish move here on the daily. So one could say that that was the retest. You know, the previous area of support or resistance that we were going to come and, you know, hit was 65.9, right? 65.8. And we wicked even lower, right? The low of this candle ended up being 65,240. Wow. And that's like some of the, that's a great price for BTC. So bit of an ascending cup with a handle. All right, bit of a breakout with a retest. Tight moving averages. I just, I like what I'm seeing. The measured move suggests we're on our way up to here to 76,500. And we can go from there. We'll break through these resistances. Might have a little trouble there, of course, but then we'll be on an all-time high for Bitcoin. 67,600. As long as we really close above 67.2 on the day, I'm a happy man. All right. Let's take a look here. 12, right? I like the 12 and the 22. Both curving up to the upside. 12-hour, very aggressive. It's a time frame I really like to trade when it's curving like this. Everything looking good. That looks beautiful. Tells me that, 2-3 more 12-hour candles. The next one closes in 9 hours. That's looking bullish. Looking like we're going to close that one pretty green, but you never know. But so far, so good. The 8-hour as well, looking for a massive move. If you know me, you know I like trading my 8-hour time frame on the low. It's like a very awesome, trustworthy time frame. Usually when it says it's bullish, it is. There's no second guessing it. On the 8-hour, you've broken out of the falling wedge already drastically, and you're on your way further to the upside. Also on the 8-hour time frame, if I remove the moving averages for a second here, this is your swing low. That's your swing low. That's an uptrend. And you do the same thing. You got hidden bullish divergence here on the 8-hour time frame, suggesting that you will break this high before you ever break that low or go back inside the pattern. It's a very bullish sign that we could get a continuation and cut right through 69,000, 70,000 to the upside. So the 8-hour looking beautifully bullish. The 4-hour a little overbought. It would have to kind of get carried over here to the upside. Bitcoin getting a massive pump in the last 2 seconds here, back to 67,800. And then the 1-hour. Let's break down the 1-hour. Is just, toying with the 200 MA. It just went below it, just got back above it. If we close candles above it, the more candles we close above this 200 MA, the better. The 21 curving up. You can clearly see the trade that we are in right now in the trading group. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. The flag that we entered earlier today that we are all up on right now on that 15-minute that broke out. Can we hold the 200? I took profits numerous times. Okay. So I'm back in a trade on a small, I had to re-enter the trade again at really kind of right at this level, right when we broke above the 200. So we come back down here. My stop is still here though, below the right shoulder, the way it should be. And we're looking for the measured move of this head and shoulder pattern from the neckline. Takes you to about 70,459. So we could see a $70,000 Bitcoin today. That's the measured move of this inverted head and shoulder. Remember, inverted head and shoulder, just like a head and shoulder. Imagine if we saw that and we lost the 200. It would be dump time. We've done, just the other day we traded one of these to the downside. So it is what it is here. Inverted head and shoulder to the upside for Bitcoin. Target 70,005. I'm long. All right, and I could be wrong. If we lose the 200 MA, I might just bail and wait for us to get back above again, or reassess the small time frames to see what they're looking like. Let's take a look here. The 15-minute had a beautiful pump. 15-minute had a beautiful pump, but look, it's away from its 21-day moving average again. Previous resistance could be support. So here's the deal. Let's see if we can respect support or resistance and make a flag. Come back to the 21-day moving average. That's looking pretty interesting. Previously, do an SR flip, make a flag, and that tells me that the long will likely continue. So the small time frames can back up my bigger thesis here. All right. Not getting too small. We could get into, I always do the 7 and the 5 and all that. And again, you're above the 200 MA on the 1-minute time frame. That was your catalyst for the long this morning. It's my signal. Once we crossed the 200 right there, we were gone. And a massive move ensued. If you just, first time, fine. Could have got stopped out or break even. Second time's a charm though. 67,666. Yeah. 6. So again, though, my signal breaking above the 200 in the 1 minute. Look at that beautiful move. People don't realize, that event, you eventually see this on the 1 hour, the 4 hour. It looks big. It's like a big time frame. You have to all trade the big time frames. but it all came from this 1 minute. My students understand the power of the 1 minute. And honestly, I didn't think the 1 minute had that much power when I started trading. I listened to everyone that told me it's all noise. Be careful. Don't get caught up in the 1 minute. You know, it's the time frames are too small. And I listened to what those people told me. And so I stayed away from the 1 minute for probably 10 to 12 years of my life. Only in the last 3 to 4 years did I really go hard. It's crazy. You know, only for a few months did I really go hard. We got like a cool little lending platform here for Bitcoin. Looks like you can actually borrow against your BTC. Like you could put Bitcoin in here and borrow against it. Pretty interesting. I don't know how exactly. I see based angels, a lot of ordinals. Or maybe you can borrow off your ordinals. Interesting. Liquidium. If you're heavy into BRC20, this is the place to be. Or do you borrow these and then stake them or something? I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, Liquidium. I got something, a little different, a lot more like a new DeFi system for the future of finance. No, like, it's going to be pretty awesome. You'll see. Wow, so can we get this bounce on the 15? Or do we lose it all to the downside? What's the downside potential? Let's go over that. So we came down to determine after all the time frames to watch the 15-minute. See how it's going to come interact with the 21. It'd be nice if it holds support or resistance. We've got this inverted head and shoulder. It's amazing how this one just shoulder, head, right shoulder. I saw it last night and then we were gone. Even complex because shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, right? And then that was like the rising wedge flag. And we could be making here on the 15-minute too. See, this is like a cup with a handle. So I got to get rid of some of my older work here. And I'll remove the moving averages for a second just for clarity. I got these lines everywhere. So we're looking at something like this. You know, it'd be cool if it makes a rising wedge and it breaks out parabolically. If things are super bullish, like that's how they break out. If not, it will, you know. Well, look, normally we would see a bearish div. This should be a lower high there. It's not. It follows suit. So that tells me that we could be okay here. Otherwise, if I saw a bearish div, I'd tell us, no go. No go. There's a chance we're really going to hold 67.6 here because it's previous resistance. And it's a lot. Look, resistance, resistance, came back up. Resistance, 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 flip, resistance. So, like, it's interesting. It's a very strong place on the local time frame that we could easily flip here on that SR. Support and resistance flip for BTC. Do you make a mini fib? You can if you'd like. Go from there. Some could even go from that impulse. It looks like a 618. See? From this wick here up. 618er. Anyway, so I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin so far. I like that we're holding 67.643. And it's also about the 1 hour. Can you just close a candle above the 200 MA? We must. It's so important. Right now, we're back below it. We got to get back above it on this wick. We want to stay above the 200 MA. A little too far away from the 21 suggests that that's just not going to happen. You know, I'm really adamant about where the 21 is. Whenever the 21's too far from price action, kind of sad, but it looks like we may have to come down here for maybe another right shoulder or some type of chop. Unless we can pump up, pull the 21 and come back to it somewhere above the 200. So there's two scenarios. Let's watch it closely, but we are having a little bit of a gap for the 21. And we like, and that's in hindering price action from getting back above the 200 MA. It's also telling me that we may have some trouble. So watch the 15-minute. You know, and if that all starts to dump, what will happen is the 7-minute, or maybe even, the 1 minute will be the first to lose the 200 MA. Once the 1 minute loses the 200 MA, you have to be on high alert that the bears are starting to take you down a little bit, even if it's just a small pullback. So I would watch my 1 minute always on one screen. And then I would watch probably like my 15-minute on another one. And then I have my 1 hour on a third screen. double checking the 200 MA. And those are the three screens that would get me through the next 2 to 3 hours mainly, and I'd be able to kind of have a really high probability of what's going to happen in the market by watching those three screens. So that's kind of, and the time frame changes on different days. Sometimes I'm using the 8 hour. Sometimes I just know it's this one. I can't explain it. The 8 hour also giving heavy clues here of a big reversal back to the upside. And it's all about this 200 MA, this yellow line. We close above it, it's going to be good. When the moving average get tight, that's when you want to start buying. That's usually telling you there's a big move coming. The last time the moving averages were tight, we had the shoulder, head, right shoulder. Similar idea, similar scenario, tight moving averages. Here we were here, we broke out. Again, we had a similar scenario here, and look what happened. We were about to break above the 200 MA. We were too far for the 21. I would say, oh, be careful, we might come back. Then we crushed the 200. Look what we did. We ended up just pulling the 21 with us. If we get above the 200, I'm telling you, it's a catalyst for the bots on almost every single time frame. Look how many hours it went to. Oh, it's weird how it wrapped to it. That's funny. Because it didn't move like that in real time, right? So interesting enough to see where we're at here for Bitcoin. So there you have it. And again, what's the bearish scenario? Well, the bearish scenario is somehow these break down, right? You'll lose the 1 hour, the 1 minute 200. You'll lose the 7 minute. If you're not ready to short yet there, just in case, you could wait for the 15 minute to lose. If that happens, you're going to come back downside in here, hit this. You're going to come back down the bottom of this pattern. And then if you leave this pattern, these have measured moves to the downside. And that suggests you're going to go somewhere to 62.5. So, if we break down, it could be a nasty breakdown. You see? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Link in the description of BOOKMAP. I do get a commission if you jump on in. I greatly appreciate that from the company. And here's the deal. It shows us where liquidity is. Some days it's even. Sometimes there's a lot on one side. Some days it's hard to tell. Some days there's a lot one way and we don't go that way. But if you look at the deepest and the closest red, there's a lot of red right above us here at 68,300. There's also some red down in here. But it's telling us it could go either way, but we do have liquidity that could get us to 68.8. That could get us to 68.8. There's enough red there. It's either way. But it's still, it's looking somewhat interesting. It's looking somewhat bullish there. We got enough buyers that could take us up to 68.8 and fulfill the order there. 67,700 for Bitcoin. And watch your smaller time frames here. Watch how they flag. Watch how they're going to consolidate. They will be your guide. Always a good sign when the Stokes are curving down, but you get a strong green candle. I don't want to jinx myself, though. So far, so good, right? Back to 67,800 for Bitcoin. That is a strong, strong move there. So my trades here, I got a longer trade on the daily time frame on the BTUSD pair, right? That's going to be if I win, that's going to be a bigger trade. I believe it's 2,000. It's about it's like 2,500. I'm risking. Let's see what the risk reward. I didn't even add it yet. I don't know why. It should be there, but I'll add it now. But it's and there you go. It's doing well now. Up 180 there and combined. And I've already taken a bunch of green trades today, so I'm just kind of happy with the way the day's going. I think I even have something cooking here on WEEX. Pretty sure I got a trade on WEEX cooking too. I've taken this 900 on WEEX to 17, and I'm still kicking it. And I got a WEEX trade kicking it up 23%. And I like having multiple accounts, big accounts, small accounts. And I'm just bullish on the day, man. And so when I'm bullish, I'm opening up trades all over the place, everywhere. And really, to me, the simple as the simple does. I just want to see this candle. If this 1 hour candle closes above the 1 hour, we are gone. And so far, it's looking like we're going to get that. Always hit countdown to bar close, no matter where you're at. 21 minutes. If that confirms a close above the 200, the bots interact with that. They can even start interacting now. This trade's cooking. All the trades are cooking now. And I'm already up on multiple trades. So shout out to anyone that traded with me this morning. Anyone that got into any of the ideas. We are pumping on a massive short squeeze right now. 67,940 for Bitcoin. And lifers, we did it again. You could take profits if you want. It's up to you. If you're a day trader, you won today. We got in at the perfect place. From the very first entry that I gave at the very beginning of the morning, we are just absolutely banging on them now. And look at that beautiful move to the upside again. And it's like every time I want to take this trade, it keeps ripping, so I take it again. Every time I open it, it just keeps ripping again. And I keep ripping the same range, which is awesome. I've been able to sell like the 67,009 area twice now, and then it's like tapped it. Beautiful move to the upside here for Bitcoin. And wow, we could end up getting a nice payday here if things really play out. This is where things get crazy. And see, out everyone that got really bearish yesterday, because they take it like they get in their head. They don't take it one day at a time. They don't know how to read Bookmap. They don't look at the charts. They don't know what an inverted head and shoulder is. Or if they do, they laugh at me and say, oh, that's the pattern guy. It's so funny, right? Consistency cannot be duplicated. It can only be, an example. You can just continue to do the same. Consistency over time. All right, that's it. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Last night, shoulder, head, right shoulder. And you'd be like, but you always say it after the fact. You're that guy that kind of shows the pattern, and then, but that's just untrue. If anyone mumbled that under their breath, because I always have everything timestamped and documented here, and my whole life is under a fishbowl. Everybody watches everything I say and do in the trading group. Like a lot of people are watching what I'm saying. Look, this right here is a beautiful trade, and it's the daily right there in at 67.3. I mean, you're in the money now beautifully on that daily. I bought Aerodrome last night for $5,000 more. Converted $4,900 at Aerodrome, $5,000 basically. I like the dips, man. When there's a lot of fear, I'm buying the fear. Looking at that 1 minute flag last night too. But so look here. I do post a lot too. So, all right, this was amazing. So, I don't know what will happen, but I know the daily still has bearish momentum. If the bulls can reverse, we'll break the 200 on the 1 minute. If we're bearish, we'll consolidate in this bear flag and dump to 62, 65, 280. And so what we did is we consolidated. And then right there, see, if in a minute or two you're here and about to cross the 100, you open up a long. But if you go sideways, you open up the short. It's a really simple way to trade, and the charts tell you exactly what to do. All right, and then lo and behold, that was posted at 145, right? At 219, we had hit the target. Right to the target, too. I don't know why, but it just seems to happen that way. And short target hit. The flag followed exactly what I projected, so the flag told you to take the trade. You see how I wait for the pattern to tell me what to do. Because the pattern has the probability, and I only take trades that have probability. All right? So we called the short hit. And I called the exact bottom. And then after that short, I'm right in a trade again. Look at this. So once the short hits, I'm like, I'm taking a spin on a scalp here. Bitcoin, I'm back in a long now. And right, once we bounced back and we went sideways, we got back above the 200 MA. I'm back in a long again. You see, I'm doing the same stuff over and over again. Just showing people a 20 million mansion. Just like, so we can dream big, man. You see what they got in there. It's pretty nice. I mean, if that's not a head and shoulder pattern, I don't know what is. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's going to break up. And then it's going to be testing the 200 MA. Very likely you're going to come up and test the 200. All right. Talk about things I'm doing in the long term. Tesla holding their Bitcoin, right? And so then the scalp started to run and we were in the green. It came up, came down. We were back in the green. And then next thing I know, boom, a huge pump. 66.8. And then next thing you know, it was at 67,162. And it was a beautiful trade to the upside on the trading group, right? And the shoulder, head and shoulder broke out. And then it did continue to where we're at now, hitting the 200 MA. You see how all this plays out over time? So like, and then I'm looking at the next flag, and then I'm relentless. It just never stops. And then we're back to the next projection. I fall asleep at 1. I'm back at 7. Like, it doesn't stop. If you want to be with the best, if you want to be the best, be with the best, man. If you want to change your trading life, if you want to become someone that become a profitable trader for the rest of your life, if you believe you have what it takes, then join my trading group and get the education that can push you to become that person. All right? This is your destiny. You are the culmination of the 5 people you spend your most time around. If you hang out on my trading group, you're going to be around amazing traders all day long, positive people, people that are determined, people that make gains daily, people that have strategies, back test, aren't fools, Like, take it very, very seriously. You don't want to be around just a milly-nilly trading group. You want to be around people that are here doing it for a living, that really think that this is it, you know? Your mentality is everything. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. So look at this, man. They're building way more liquidity above us now. Now we got a lot of red put up at 68.5. You can see they've changed the board. They've taken liquidity from here and ripped it back up in here. There wasn't big red up here at 68.5 like there is now. Local time frame. This is suggesting we're going to get a move here soon, and we're going to start plowing. The bots are coming in. We're getting it looks like we may get the close above that 200 MA. That's all we need. That will skyrocket price action, and things will really start to go in our favor. I'm excited. You should be excited. These are the times to be alive, right, my friends? And again, right now we're day trading Bitcoin. I usually do that from about 10:10 to about 11:15. Unless something crazy happens for Bitcoin, and I go back and forth and I keep showing you Bitcoin, but then we get into altcoins, super chats, and the show kind of changes, get a little bit of news. We talk about what's trending, what's hot, and we go over some coins too as well. So, and if I see anything hot that I'm nice enough to give to you, I'm in a good mood. I give you guys a couple setups that I got cooking. So interesting when you get a big green pump when the when the stochastics are resetting down, it usually tells you something interesting is happening. Let's get a nice consolidation for the next, hour and a half. That would be really nice. Really build that up. If that was 4 or 5 15-minute candles, really to get that sauce going there. So far, so good. The previous resistance became support. We held 67,600. We already went over all the macros with the weekly. We talked about what we want to see on the daily with 67.2. We know the key levels that matter, and we're ready to rock, right? It's like everyone here should have a really good understanding of the market today. Should be in a good place mentally, ready to take on what you can take on, all right? And you can understand why I'm where I'm at and why I'm bullish. Like, I'm not just coming out of nowhere. I'm explaining all my concepts above the 200 MA. The 200 MA is the key concept to trading. Once you understand this, you're free. Anyone who doesn't understand this, it's just going to take them a lot longer to understand. It is what it is. I know it for a fact because I've seen it now. I have the years of data behind me. I'm not speculating on that. Those are things that I know to be true. Blessings on everybody here to be alive. Thank you for jumping on in. So I like where Bitcoin's at. We're going to see what happens unless it takes a nasty dump down, which it may. You never know. It is a rising wedge. We'll see where it goes, but I'm more bullish than bearish based on this 1 minute 200 MA. It's all about that's it today. We've closed below it. Lackluster. We close above it. Things really start to get cooking here. We really start to make a bit of a move. And I just showed you all my trades, and I've been in trades all morning. And you guys know I'm always in a trade. It's like never ending. You ever see me not in a trade? Every once in a while, I'm like, I'm not trading the whole world. Did you hear that? The crypto lifer said he's not trading. Daily wants to curve up. Banana baby. Do you ever use Hikadashi? No need. Yeah, I know what it is though, but it's just no need. Good call, the short squeeze. Looks like we're heading up to 69K, which is the monthly resistance that has not been broken since the all-time high. Shout out to Jack. We love you, man. Have faith in God and your path, brothers and sisters. Amen. 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 Dear Lord, may you push everybody here to their greatness. May you help everyone here feel safe and amazing. May you forgive anybody for anything they have done in the past, and may we push forward for a beautiful present. Thank you so much for being here. May you enlighten the world with your light, love, and positivity. May we all find others with that same light, and may we join together to burst through the earth with positivity, energy, light, love, and happiness. Dear Lord, thank you so much for everything. God bless everybody here on the stream and everyone who isn't on the stream in this beautiful, beautiful world you've given us. And thank you for everything you've provided for me and my family and everybody here in my trading group and beyond. Amen. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. Can we close above the 200? That's all that we're really looking for. Tonight is the weekly screen share. where we sit for an extra hour and a half from about 8 to 9:30 p.m. and we break down what happens to Bitcoin. We talk about a bunch of different, it's awesome. So if you're excited about that, I'm excited. I cannot wait for tonight for the weekly screen share. It will be recorded and then posted again. Get ready, baby. Get ready. Been into shorts in 68.55. Bring it. I'm thinking we break 68.3. We go to 69K. It would break and rejects the 53. We go to. Sam, all the best for you and the family. Missed you. Shout out to Clem Fandango. Shout out to you, Clem. Thank you for being here. May God bless you, Clem. You could tell this was your Christ giver purpose. God bless, bro. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So feeling awesome today. Feeling good. Let's take a look. And again, we're going to do our top-down, macro analysis like we do every week. So I don't like to spoil it as much as I used to. But we are going to take a look here at what's happening to total. And, the higher lows are amazing. You've turned a falling wedge into more of a, symmetrical triangle. And that tells me that there's definitely movement here coming to the upside for these altcoins. Total 3 is Bitcoin excluding, is basically the entire altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. So it's every altcoin, every speculative asset really. And mainly the main ones. I'm sure there's not everything in there because it's just, certain things aren't going to make it. Like GOAT. I don't know if GOAT's in there. Maybe GOAT is it. I bet maybe GOAT made it by now, but you never know. So, and look at that shoulder, head, right shoulder, the tightness. I mean, a move is coming. A move is coming. You can see it. And fine, maybe it's a move to the downside. If we go, the beautiful thing about this, and I love when we break out of a falling wedge and we're right near it. Why? Because if you break back inside the wedge, you're bearish to the bottom of it 90% of the time. But if you stay up here, you're out. So as long as we never go back inside this wedge, we're good to go. Like we don't have anything to stress. If we go back inside the wedge, it's, it's a different story. So far, so good though right now. This wants to blast to the upside. Moving averages are tight. When the moving averages are this tight on the daily on any asset in the world, I mean, that's it. That's it. I'm telling everybody right now, based on my years of data, and I could be wrong, and I'm not a financial advisor, but based on my years of data, these are the last chances to get altcoins before they absolutely explode. You've been seeing me pile in. I don't know if you've noticed. I've been buying like I'm broke. Because at the end of the day, these are the last possible chances to get our hands on these altcoins before they absolutely moon and do some serious damage. If not, fine. Maybe I'm wrong. But these are the times. These are the times. This is where things look interesting to me. And it's a good time to take advantage of the possible move here. So, again, I could be wrong. Everything could go down. We could get a reversal today. We could end up closing below the 1 hour. And we'd have to cover and reset and find out, I'm going off probabilities that are looking somewhat positive, but you never know. All right. Let's take a look at the ES1. Someone talked about the S&P futures. The E-minis. So, I mean, they are pumping this thing drastically. It is getting a major bearish div. That's not the best sign, right? On the 2-day chart. However, we keep seeing this bullishness and they're printing money, so they're probably going to defy some of the bearish div. But it is a bit of a rising wedge that breaks down. I mean, the S&P looks like it's getting a little unsustainable. There could be a time where the S&P pulls back and Bitcoin pumps too. Remember that. They're not always correlated. The other day, Bitcoin was dumping. The S&P was pumping actually for like a week. Maybe even a couple weeks. Been watching for roughly a year with this education. I called the Bitcoin bottom yesterday with $50 accuracy. Thank you so much, Sam. Amen. Amen. I gave you guys life revision. I'm able to find bottoms and tops regularly. That means if you do what I do, then you'll be doing the same. My mentor told me it's not about finding the bottom or the top, it's about getting in the middle. I said hogwash. I said there is a mathematical bottom. If we do things by probability systematically, how can we not eventually find somewhat close to the bottom? It just didn't make any sense. Like if the bottom is where we find divergence, is where the indicators are overbought, then we find all those indicators. We go, fine, you may not hit the bottom every single time, but you're gonna be really close if you go after it. It's like reaching for the stars, right? You might as well. I'd rather try to become amazing than be okay with mediocrity. You know, fall somewhere above where I ever thought I'd be. It's times like these we learn to live again. God bless the official Gem Class podcast. Yeah, so, and look, now they got liquidity kind of below us too. It could go either way. And Thursday, liquidity dries up. It's a sketchy day to trade. Especially we had, and in the 8:30 today, let's talk about it. We had unemployment, which came in bullish. You know, we already kind of went over it in the group, but it came in bullish. And then we had the PMI, flash manufacturing, that come in. Yeah. Which I've never seen it do too much to the market, honestly. Pretty close to the forecast. But the key too was the unemployments were low. Look how much lower they were. And they were lower than forecast. Forecast was going to be higher. So that's a pretty bullish sign. Hey, brother, I'm really feeling a paradigm shift. This is our time. Thank you. Can't wait to tell you about it next time we catch up for everything. May you and the family be blessed by the Most High. Yeah, once a month, man, you got to come over. So next week, let's plan on you stopping by maybe Tuesday night or something, and we'll hang. Sam, you've done so much for my trading and investing journey. What do you think about SUI being this cycle Solana, the gaming console for play to earn? I think it's amazing, and I definitely think it's worth it. I had a swing trade, which gave me a nice upside to it, and I just want to find that perfect time to get in. I've been watching it closely. It also had some Google Cloud integration the last 2 days, which gave it a little bit of some upside, and it may not want to lose that $2 level. The 3-day though says it's gonna you know, pull back, but once I get a chunk, I'll probably allocate some more back into SUI at the right time. The memes are pretty hot right now though. If you don't buy SUI, Cetus looks good. Deep Protocol looks like something that could ride with SUI. It will have, you know, so you guys are amazing. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Clem. I appreciate that you love everyone here, and it's about the group, not just me. It's about each and every one of you. I appreciate you all for being here and you guys making it happen, showing up every day. I haven't taken a look at how many people are here. I haven't had a chance to even glance at it and ask for the likes right now. We have 1,800 people here on the stream. Unbelievable. Maybe we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. One of the bigger streams in the cryptocurrency industry, just in case you didn't know. My name's Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I've been trading for over 17 years of my life. Started hitting that buy button when I was 24 years old. I'm now 41, on my way to 42. Got into Bitcoin pretty early, figured out what it was back in 2016. Started getting into altcoins actually in 2016. Made the plunge into Bitcoin in 2017. And my life has never been the same. I'd like to share my knowledge with you. Before I got into Bitcoin, I was trading gold and silver on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I was trading miners. I was also trading gold on the New York Stock Exchange for a long time. Self-taught, sat with the charts, playing with them till I figured it out. Never had a father, brother, uncle, or someone in the stock market to tell me. Completely fell into this and just wanted to change my life. Knew there was something out there, knew there was more, and just kept pushing. I saw people push themselves with consistency and discipline. I lacked a lot of those skills. I found male mentors that I knew could help me. My dad was awesome in many ways, but there was some things missing too in my upbringing that I needed. And I found Jim Rohn. I found Joe Dispenza. I reached out to men online, even Grant Cardone a couple times. Just watching his video, I didn't get to meet him. I met him now through his brother. His brother and me and Gary are good friends. Good guy. But so Bitcoin going up while the market's going down. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button, baby. So just, you know, and then next thing you know, you change your mindset. You believe you can do anything. And, you know, success isn't something that happens overnight. You have to become the person that attracts success into your life. So it's about becoming somebody. How do you become someone else if you don't change the information that you have? So you got to get an education to become someone different, to learn, to change. And so, you know, the true entrepreneur, the true successful person is always learning, always changing, just like the charts, always tweaking. I always tell everyone the charts are just like playing chess. We don't know exactly what's going to happen today. We don't know exactly who's going to buy and sell. We're reacting to it. But if we have enough skills like a chess player, we don't know what the guy that we're playing is going to do. We have no clue. But what we do is we have hypotheticals of what will and will not happen. And so that's what I do with trading. I'm like, well, if the chess player is going to move here, It may, you know, maybe the chess player makes this falling wedge back to the 21. Maybe the chess player starts to rip up and then comes back to the 21 here. You know, all I know though, no matter what the chess player does, most chess players, when they are above the 200 MA, eventually move back to the, you know, it's like, then there's those probabilities that you play with. And I just know when the 1 hour breaks the 200 for the first time in a while and does it cleanly with a giant inverted head and shoulder, there's a really good chance that we're going to moon to the target of that inverted head and shoulder at the very least. You know, the odds are very high. Again, I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. So beautiful, beautiful times to be alive. Shout out to all the fan funding. Let's take a look at the super chats. I don't mean to ignore them. We just kind of do the show in sections here if you're new. Okay, Clem Fandango. Sam, all the best for you and your family. Thank you. Sam, you've done so much for our trading and investing journey. What do you think about Sui being the Seiko Solana? 100%, and we talked about that and discussed it. Clem, I love you, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to Omar Lopez in the labor room. Lifers, send prayers. God bless. We love you, bro. You're going to be great. You're going to do great. Let us know what happens. Send us, you know, let us know. Let us know. Send us a message. We love you, man. What a great day for him, bro. Shout out to everyone, man. He's in the labor room, man. I just had my third child. She was born in the end of June, I believe. I don't even, you know, yeah. One of the last few days in June. And what a blessing. Is that my bot going in there? No, Maxi crossing. Interesting. Shout out to Yonohito Zivizella. Shout out to Margaret Ness. Blessing, Sam. Thank you for all that you're doing. We appreciate you. May God continue to bless you abundantly. God has. All has been well so far. Sam, all the best for you and your family. Missed you. God bless you, Clem. Sam, you've done so much for me and my... Wow. Oh, yeah, we read that backwards. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you, Clem. And we have Jamal, who talked about the paradigm shift in the $33 super chat. Man, God bless you, brother. I can't believe you're doing that. Very nice of you. You didn't have to give, and you did. Hey, Liver, can you look at Ethereum, please? Canadian boy. Anytime, my friend. And Mew is up heaps. Needs a pullback. Shout out to Bear Adjacent. God bless you. And I do hold Mew. I felt like Mew was worth snapping up a little while back. So we closed the candle above the 200 MA. It wasn't great. It was a red candle. Would have liked it green, but it did close with a continuation wick. Let's see what happens now in this next 1 hour. Based on how this wick broke and closed above it, it's likely this candle goes green, but you never know. But like, why would we get buy pressure above, have the boss kick in, and then has us just go right back below? Yeah, now you can kind of see how the 15-minute is consolidating, which is a good sign. You didn't want straight down. You want this to kind of go sideways for a while. Anything could happen here, you know. Remember, we could dump just as fast as we pump. I don't know what's going to happen. I always reiterate that. Everyone thinks I'm like, just because I'm in trades and I'm telling you that I'm doing this, like, oh, then he knows exactly what it is. And it plays out a lot, so I look like a genius or some smart dude, but I'm really just playing probabilities more consistently than most, so it looks amazing. At the end of the day, it's a very simple thing that I'm doing. Just trading probabilities. That's it. That's it. Don't know anybody in these markets, just a God-driven master to the fascinating world of money, markets, and finance. Fantastic blessing. Thank you, Father God. Amen. The sum of my wisdom is the realization of my own unknowing. Amen. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. Mystic Flowers, my gift to the lifers. Please check BBT. Thank you. Any chance for a GFI update on our bag, Sammy, and a possible DCA analysis from you? We'll take a look at GFI for sure. Why not? If you're asking, I'm talking. Whenever I like a coin and I believe it's going to do numbers, I don't really stress it or look at it again. I buy and I just never look at it again until the market rips again. RWA hasn't gone on its tear. Nobody's talking about it, right? It's going to take some time for these coins to kind of get noticed again and people to talk about them. Right now, they're, you know, but I mean, that's a beautiful cup and handle. You're back to the 786 near the 200-day on the 3-day chart, showing signs of a really beautiful move here. And that's, to me, like, you're not buying overbought, right? You're buying at some of the greatest places. A beautiful DCA could be here. And again, maybe it goes to zero and, you know, something happens. I don't know, right? You don't know. We're definitely speculating on new assets and a new space, but 90% of the time when I start buying these rounded bowls, they play out for me, especially when it's higher than the previous one. It's just gearing up for another bigger move later on. I still hold it. I'm bullish on it. Of course, I may be bullishly biased. And the chart doesn't look amazing. It's actually dumping a lot. I agree. Let's see if we can finally find a bounce here off that 200 MA on the 3-day chart. It's starting to be somewhat concerning, but it is also where it's supposed to be, near that 786 retracement after a huge pump. So all is well so far. All right. Transfers large. Idra, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Hope GFI doesn't rip too soon. It's the only coin I have left that I can DC into. Thank you. I'm in it. Just been bleeding off. Sam, could you please check SCI, please? Send in a super chat for TA and deep dives. I'd greatly appreciate it, everybody. Someone said Muse up. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum finally kind of getting back into the spotlight here. People possibly thinking of trading it. But what I like about Ethereum is two things. All right. You want to go to the weekly, and the weekly has something that's very important. It has a swing up to swing up. Well, it has a swing down to swing down. Like swing low to swing low is downtrend. That is hidden bullish divergence. When I see that we break this high before we break any of these lows, it tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. Well, what's the trend? Well, that's your trend there for Ethereum. So this is what I see happening for ETH. Likely going to break up, maybe come down, go sideways, and then it's on its way for a massive move. It's weird though how ETH might, ETH structure though, it would have to kind of do something like this. It says by November of 2025, it could be 5,600. I don't know, just ETH slowed down a lot. Its momentum slowed, and it for whatever reason, even on the charts, you can see had it went up in here and done this, then the big chance of it getting to 6, 7, 8,000. I mean, it went from 87 to $500, right? From 2020. I can't believe it was $87 again just back in 2020. I first bought it in 89 back in 2017. Amazing how time has flown in cryptocurrency. And that's another thing I want to tell you, everyone. Your life is going to pass you by. 10 years are going to go by faster than you think. Take a deep breath and realize that, and be like, one day, just, so when you're stressing over a trade or small things, just take a deep breath and realize, I'm going to ruin the overall big picture of my life by just being obsessed over something little. It's all about being positive. The more positive your mind is, the more it's a habitual habit to stay positive. You want positivity to be a habit. You want to be habitually positive. Without thinking about it, you just want to be generally positive. This will happen to you if you generally make it a point to become positive. It's like a muscle, just like everything in life. How do I wake up every day and feel great? Some people think I'm putting on a show. I mean, let's be honest. What kind of show could I be putting on? I used to work a night shift for years. I used to always want to wear nice suits and ties and stuff, and I didn't have the money for all that. I used to want to talk and reach out to people and be positive. These are the things that I really yearn for, and now I get to do them. So I got to be grateful that God is giving me this opportunity right now. I have to be so grateful. How many people have a YouTube channel with 73,000? Not many. How many people get to talk to 1,800, 2,000 people on their channel at one time? And then this will go on to 10,000 more people, more. It's like, these are blessings in life that I know that I'm privileged to have. I can't sit here and be upset. That would be a horrible thing. So God bless all of you. I'm so grateful for you all, and I'm so grateful for the channel. Thoughts on ADA, 3-day bullish div. Thank you, Sam. Sam, can I get some of that TA expert on Cardano? And we got some Cardano people here. And you know what? Let's kind of rip this out, and we'll put this out as a standalone video, team. I'm going to bring down that audio, and we'll do a standalone video here for Cardano, right? And I believe I can record too while I'm here. So let's take a look at Cardano's. Oh, son, get me some Cardano's at the store. We'll take a look at the Binance chart just because it's so big, and we'll look at it from the very, very beginning stages here. 2018, all right? Hi, my name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and today I want to give you a macro technical analysis for Cardano. We're going to go over where I see Cardano going, if we have bottomed, are these the greatest prices ever, and we're going to answer those questions with high probability based on the charts. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. With that being said, let's get into the technical analysis. So the first thing I like to do on TA is just look at price action by itself, mark my support or resistance, see if there's anything interesting. Now, the whole market kind of had that bullish div there, and Cardano followed suit with this being pretty much flat on the weekly RSI and that being more of a downtrend, which says that should be your bottom. Then we came in double bottom there, almost a bit of an Adam and Eve, as you can see, to the upside. Then we had a bearish div there on the weekly for whatever reason, pretty strong as this pushed down, and then Cardano got sold off hard in March of 2024, right? And the whole market kind of took that bearish div, really. Everything just kind of, and a lot of altcoins went to the downside. If you had done your support or resistance then, you would have said, well, the place to come for Cardano to come back to is likely somewhere at about 30 to 32 cents. And we did wick eventually to the 28 cent region and come back to the upside. Is there more downside for Cardano? The weekly isn't in the greatest place, but it could be curving. I'd like it a lot lower than that. The 2 weeks ago, a go-to long-term of mine, though, the 2 weeks says you're low and you're ready for a bigger move, which is pretty bullish. And then the 3-day chart, which is like something that I look at a lot. It's it basically is my go-to time frame. So here I kind of have this falling wedge. It kind of broke out, came back inside, but we're still in it now. And so I would basically challenge the idea that we're still inside of this, or challenge the idea that we're not inside this falling wedge, right? It looks like a falling wedge here. At the same time, there's some descending triangle vibe here. And does Cardano come back down to the bottom of the channel one more time? Does it really show that it can either double bottom or triple bottom off of 30? So Cardano's interesting. It looks good. It should follow the rest of the market, but we have some ups and downs too as well. It's not perfect what we're seeing here. So I would watch this tighter channel on the 3-day. Let's look at our daily. Our daily says shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Like there's bearishness. These are bearish signs. Descending triangle, head and shoulder-esque. Like, I have to be honest, these aren't amazing signs, but when the moving average is this tight, there's your 200 MA. You would say, well, everything's going to pump, so Cardano will too. And you'd suggest, I hope it does. The chart doesn't look as good as I'd like it to. I'll be honest. I'm a long-term holder of Cardano. A lot of people don't know. I will disclose that information. So I would love to see it, move to fruition. When I say it's looking bearish, it's really hard for me to say because I'm like, oh gosh, like I own the thing. But that's how truthful I am to you guys. Like, I'm honest to you. If I own something, I don't say it's bullish just because I own it. I'm not going to do that. So Cardano doesn't look amazing. Granted some type of miracle, the odds more are likely that Cardano does fall down and possibly double bottom at least at 31 before it goes up one more time. What we really want to hope is Cardano flips for whatever reason to the upside. Once it's back above 37, though, 38, it can retest that 36 region and then hopefully that'll be it. And it can gap through the VRVP and head. I see it over time, no matter if it goes up or down. I do see it bouncing back to the upside. You got this giant rounded bottom area. And if it can get back to the all-time high, you're talking 3. I believe why not? Every other coin can, and it's a big coin. Why can't it get back to its all-time high? $4 or $5 Cardano, in my humble opinion. But right now, I'd like you to show me a little more strength on the technicals. All right. Sam, a 15-minute range established for a double to 60 short. Then a quick shout out to Jack, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. God bless you, bro. Thank you. Yeah. I stick to what I'm doing, man. Yeah. So look, we're in this beautiful flag. Everything looking good. We're about to close our third candle now above the 200 MA. Very, very bullish. We're going to slowly pull the 1 minute above these other time frames. 67.8 is holding. And it's likely that we're going to make some type of flag on that 15 and continue to the upside here. Everything looking really, really bullish for BTC. And I'm excited. And here's the end. I grabbed this end for Cardano. My bad. I jumped into... That is your technical analysis for Cardano. On the bigger time frames, the 3-day chart, yes, I mean, you're getting oversold. You got this cup with a handle, and you suggest your next bigger move would take us up to 77. The thing is, look at this huge gap. Once you start to move, I mean, you go all the way to 119, then you go all the way quickly to 218, and then it's like 290. Like, there's just really fast gaps and big holes here on the VRVP for Cardano. So once it starts to roll, it looks like it can really get up there pretty quick. We need that jump start for Cardano. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out more about when I post videos or what I'm doing, or I do technical analysis. I go over DeFi. I talk about coins that I'm looking at, 10x, 50x, and more. Come to the channel. Have a blast. Crypto is life. All right, cool. All right, thanks, everybody. We appreciate that. All right, so let's get back. Let's get that music on. So we're winning, man. Trades are booming. We're back up. This trade has gone all the way to 0, back up to 180, all the way to 0, back up to 180 a few times. But now it's looking strong. Trust Sam Price when I tell you that above the 200 is a very bullish sign. I say it almost every day on my channel, and I'd be a clown if it didn't play out. Plays out almost every single day here. I use it constantly, whether I use it on the daily, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 minute. You are always seeing me switch and bend and swap with this beautiful 200 MA, and today it's getting above the 1 hour, which is very, very strong. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. So far, everything is in our favor. To the upside here, can we finally break 68K? We've hit it 2-3 times now. We keep hitting it. We're going to break through. This will be our third time at 67.9 today, which is, you've been able to trade this same range today, multiple times. It started here to the top, sold it. Came down, bought in another one, sold it. Bought in, and now I'm in my third one. I don't want to sell this one. This trade has gone up $200 twice already. I've taken it 2 times in a row. I'm like, leave it now, So looking like today may end up being one of our fun trading days here. And if you're swing trading, a good place to take some profit would be that $69,500 level, whether it's psychological, and you can see it's clearly the last wick to the left there on the 1 hour time frame. But you do whatever makes you happy. I will never tell you what to do. I don't know your current situation or what you're up to. All right. Let's take a look at the fan funding. Sam, can I get expertise on ADA? So we did expertise on Cardano. We really did. Probabilities are genius, and so are you, brother. Shout out to Clem, man. God bless you, brother. My gift to the lifers, Mystic Flowers. I love those. Sam, thoughts on SEI, the daily ready to rock it. I love SEI. I've just put in a boatload of money into it. I'm talking over $14,000 into SEI not too long ago, a week ago now, 2 weeks maybe now. It seems like yesterday. My entire trading group knew when I did it. We talked about it. It was a big portfolio shift for me. I'd made gains in SUI, $5 grand to $9 grand. I had made gains in POPCAT. I turned $3 grand to 46. So with those, I then combined all that, had a little extra, and I took the 14,000, threw it into SEI. So I'm already compounding gains. This market's already bullishly moving for me. Swing trade to swing trade spot. I like to compound gains on spot. I'm like a monkey swinging through the trees, man. I can do it from here to from that coin, you know what I mean? And then you can see when things get overbought on the 3-day, I'm out, and I look for coins that are oversold in the 3-day, and I swap. You go from 3-day to 3-day. I'm giving you guys gold. I shouldn't even be. Anyway, join my trading group. I teach class the last Saturday of this month, everybody. Come on now. If you thought you learned something here on this live stream, look at all the different people that comment and say they learned something years on, and they say it every day. Jump into class today. Hit the QR code. You will absolutely love this. Jump on into class today, baby. This is it. Lifer Vision trading course. $150 a month, man. For one, no, $150 for one time, not 1 month. I blew a blank, but $150. It's the last Saturday of this month. This will blow your mind, all right? I'm telling you, I'm going to give you a live course. I'm going to break down all my do's and don'ts, why I'm in the market, where I get in, where you're overbought, where you're oversold. All the mistakes you've been making, you're going to see why. You're like, man, I used to buy that when that indicator said that. You're going to realize you don't need to buy any fancy indicators or spend $2 to $3 grand. You become the indicator. I can teach you to see things you never thought possible. Within 1 day with me, most people feel different. They realize they can. And my story is so inspiring, it's going to inspire you. The first 30 minutes, I'm going to give you a little backstory of how I got where I'm at, how we met in the first place. That course, man, is beautiful. Jump on in. The last Saturday of every month is coming up this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12:30 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. That's New York City time. I'm telling you right now, for 100 people are charging $2, $3, $4, $5 grand for the type of stuff that I'm teaching in this class. Then I give you homework, and I really propel you to do the best. I know I am turning people into amazing traders every single day. Someone who has watched me for a year or two, really, it clicks for them, and they start to see things differently. You want to be that person. If you're still struggling, I got you. Let's do this together. I show up every single day. I show you my trades. I don't BS you. It happens exactly how it's supposed to happen here every single day. So, and not like the market doesn't happen exactly, but we trade the market. Either we lose, and if we lose the way we're supposed to lose. You know what I mean? What I try to say is not like we call the market perfectly, but we go through the motions and we trade the market correctly, in my humble opinion, many days. BOOKMAP suggests we're going all the way up to 68,500. Buckle up your seats. We're ready to rip. As long as we stay, there's some days in the markets where your strategy and everything that you've put together your whole life will come together so cleanly. You'll feel like there's just no way. You'll just feel like there's just the probability is so high, and you'll make the trades and things. And it happens once every few hundred. It's like a few times a year. It's not a lot. There's many days where your probability works out. You feel good about the trade, but there's some days where you're just like, you don't want to say because I don't like using that word, but there's just this like overwhelming confidence, and because it's based on years of data and probability, and you're just like, man, like today feels so bullish, but you never know. Let's see, they could pop my bubble. We'll see what happens. And 800s are so important. It's all about the eights. We hang over these eights. We stay above the 67 800 level. We can really continue to do some damage. Someone said, have you heard about WOMIO token? No, never heard of it. No, I don't know. Sam, thoughts on SEI? The daily ready to rock it. The daily looks good to me. All right. I'm in SEI hard right now. I have an alert right here. Target for SEI is 83. We must maintain that higher low. If we do break 39, we may test 36 or even 32 or 31. I mean, that's when I would load up. It would be a gift for SEI, one of the greatest projects in the game. But I would love this bounce here. Hit my alert. So I'm waiting for my alert to hit on the bounce so I can go to sleep easy tonight and know that my SEI bag is ready to rock. All right. My gift to the lifers, please check BBT, USDT from Magic Flowers, Baby Boom Token. Baby Boom Token. Baby booming. This thing is huge. Tiny market cap, which tells me to be careful, but wow, it just continued to baby boom, did it not? And what's the market cap on BBT? Let me take a look. Or I speak too soon there. Oh, BBT? Oh, you know? Yeah. Didn't even come out yet. Buried Bones. Interesting. Crypto Billy. Alan Turing helped us win World War II by looking for patterns and trends in the Nazi encrypted messages. Today, Sam Price has broken the trading code by using patterns and trends so that you can win the wealth war. Love you, Sammy. Join the 99. God bless you, man. The fact that you would actually put me, like, you're going to make me cry, man. Don't do that. The fact you would put me in, like, someone that, like, that's name is stuck in history, like, going to make me a little emotional, man. But God bless you. Thank you so much, Crypto Billy. That's one of the nicest compliments anyone's ever given me in my whole life, like in my entire life. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. I can't believe you said that about me, man. Thank you. You are an amazing person, and may God bless you and yours and everybody. Shout out to everyone that gave on this channel today and threw super chats my way. That's very nice. You didn't have to give, but you did. $133. Look at that. Of course, it would only be so fitting on the 33, would it not? 133 on the 33. Is gold going to continue to go up? I mean, you would think that something run by AI knows what's already going to happen before it happens. So you think, yeah, maybe it will. Funny, this new one's got locked liquidity, 136,000. Brand new. This is brand new Tristan's locked AI, LADAI. Tristan's LADAI. LADAI. I mean, tiny market cap. Like, I've never even, like, hey, you never know, right? As it rug pulls immediately, right? Hey, you deserve it, brother. You put on for the team. Amen. Thank you, highly trained. God bless you, brother. I agree with Crypto Billy and want to thank you and Master Friend for changing my life. I've won 17 out of my last 22 trades because I found my model. God bless you and Master Friend. This guy won 17 of his last 22 trades, man. And then he has enough to give $50 super chats out to the world. And it comes back to me like I'm so blessed, and then I keep continuing to get blessed. It's like, may all of you, I thank everyone here, man. Thank you again. People are so nice to me. I have to spend half the stream thanking people because it's just, there's so much gratitude out here. I love you all. I really do. Like, this is it. This is it for me. Would you want to be anywhere else? Me personally, no. No. The only difference, I'd like to be in the room with all y'all, and that's going to happen. That's going to start happening. We're going to be able to do live events. We're going to fill gymnasiums, stadiums. We're going to do like 10X in Grant Cardone, and we're going to motivate. We're going to teach. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have a special night. People are going to meet each other. Those times are coming, man. Going to take a few more years, maybe even less. But that's the things I envision. Other people envision, I envision beautiful homes looking over the water. I envision just, things just, because I want things out of reach. I envision things out of reach. Jim Rohn today talked about being a lion and envisioning things out of reach for yourself. So that you have something, you got to strive for something bigger than you think you can get. You got to strive for something bigger than you think you can get. And you notice I'm not kind of sitting there hacking away at the small time frames today. It's Thursday, smaller volume. Know when and when not to do that. I just want to see the 15-minute consolidate nicely. Like we talked about it. I said it might take 2-3 hours. That would be beautiful. Shout out to Clem Fandago. He says it's 2 a.m. here. 2022. What's next? 333. How about that X Empire? Funny, right? And I'm going to be interviewing something today about a new Bretton Woods system on Bitcoin. Imagine if Bitcoin could talk to other blockchains, make deals, and execute contracts without ever leaving the main network. That's what's going to happen with this new project and a completely decentralized clearing network service for the native BTC and DeFi. And it has a pretty interesting proposal. And actually, you think about all the proposals, and I'll bring it up to you and we'll talk about it. And it's pretty interesting. We're going to bring that to you tomorrow when we finish editing it. But that's like, man, I read it over today and almost fell on the floor. And it's what we've been looking for. It's really, really awesome. Right up our alley, too. I didn't get paid to do it. I found out who the guy was. I guess somehow he reached out through the round table, people we knew. And I said, you know what? I'll interview him. That's awesome. So look out for that interview. Definitely watch it. It's a big deal. I think a lot of you will be pleasantly surprised once you see what's happening there. So we covered a lot today. It was an amazing live. It still is an amazing live. Let's take a look here at, where's my, there we go, crypto rank. So a lot of coins, Puffer Finance keeps coming up and it's getting a pullback. Makes me think it's super popular and pulling back with a small market cap. Maybe time for the lifers to kind of deep dive into it there. Deep Book is seeming to be holding 6 cents after its pullback and then bounce. Maybe worth accumulating. Again, that 1 cent region was amazing, but it's still got a very small market cap. And big things could happen if it continues to follow our baby there, Sui. Celestia getting back into the driver's seat. People still making their APY, getting back in. Good price to buy and stake because now it goes up and triple, and then you also make the money on the staking. To me, it's a no-brainer. The Kepler wallet is also safe, secure, works really nice. And their staking is some of the cleanest, best staking I've ever seen. I love the Kepler wallet. Shout out to Kepler. Shout out to the Atom ecosystem. The Atom ecosystem works so good. The sad thing is it works without an Atom. You don't really need Atom, So Atom just kind of sits there on the sidelines, right? But they built something so beautiful. D-Bridge, a new coin we've been seeing. May want to add to your radar. We looked at it in the setup. We put an alert. It took a nice further dump to the downside and maybe getting kind of early sell-offs. Egan Layer still holding that $3 level, and people are, Egan Layer is how you do that liquid staking, swell and all that fun stuff for Bitcoin. IO.net keeps coming out. I would write that coin down, probably worth swinging trading. And Layer Zero has been holding above $3 for months now, even when the rest of the market didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it starts to go up. And then people are saying, hey, you saw what Sui did. Aptos is about to blow Sui out the water. Sui, Aptos. So there's a lot of talk about Aptos recently. Look at their market caps, exactly the same, pretty much within, a few hundred million of each other. Very interesting. Scroll back on the market too. This is a new coin out there that actually has memes. There's Scroll memes and they're coming out fast. It may be one of the newest blockchain with memes. You might want to write that down and find out. Scroll memes may be the next memes to kind of take storm in the next 2-3 weeks. We may be a few weeks ahead of that Scroll meme fiasco. And Lumia keeps coming out at us too as well. So, this kind of keeps you privy. We already know a lot of this stuff, but it just adds to what you already kind of figure out, So you don't just go here, nothing and look at this. That, it's a little different than us, but we have a good sense of what's happening. All right. And recently listed coins in the last 30 days, just if you didn't know, you wanted to see what was new, like Trump Sui. Like, is that going to do? You never know. I mean, market cap 360,000. Some people did get into 36. We'll see, right? So a lot to uncover, a lot to talk about, a lot coming at us every single day here on the channel and in the world. I long Osmo with stop loss at 43. Thoughts? Osmo is the most boring coin in the game. Yeah, I bought some Osmosis, had it for a while. Really regretted it at this point. Totally, last time I had it in an alert and a flag on the 10th of March. Look, so far that rally never happened. And it's funny, that's what last time everything changed. I mean, it's back at its bottom, telling me that it may really start to go up again. Right, because it's the lowest it's ever been, and you have that cup and handle vibe, and you got that tight moving average with the 200 MA, and it's looking very similar to the 8 with the higher low, and you've got that symmetrical triangle. So it looks like a lot of coins that are ready to rip. It ripped like a lot of other coins. It's got a giant gap in the VRVP that could give it a nice move once it gets above this node. Boom! I mean, it goes all the way back up quickly to 84. Looks like you may be able to swing trade this thing. I mean, all these coins are telling us that the whole market wants to rip, so we just need to get that catalyst, that one move, and then everything's going to follow suit. Going to be pretty awesome to the upside. Osmosis, I still hold some of this. Regretfully, it's a pretty boring coin. I think DYN, whatever. There's other coins in the Atom ecosystem that are a little better. It's even like annoying staking. I had to stake it in some strange way. How do I I brought it to one place, then another place. I don't even remember how I did it. And now I'm like, how do I even unstake that stuff? I did a bunch of liquid staking. I did 7 or 8 liquid stakings. I put 1.5 or 2.5 Ethereums all over the market. I did Renzo, I did Swell, I Egan Layer, and I have no idea, and I used different wallets because in case one got hacked, it didn't take out the other wallet, and I was moving things around, and I'm like, I wrote it on a Google sheet, kind of how I did each one, I'm pretty sure, but sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night wondering, not in the middle of the night, but right before I go to bed, or sometimes I'm pondering in the middle of the day, and I'm like, am I ever going to get back that Ethereum out of all those liquid stakes? What the heck is going on? Oh, man. And then I try not to think about it. I'm like, I'll do it when the time is right. Let me just, not right now. But yeah, take care of yourself in DeFi, clean up your ends. If you have to write down what you did inside of a Google sheet, do that. You should be like, what did I do? And again, it all kind of gets recorded so you can throw it in some blockchain place and see where did it go, I guess. But it's a mess, man. Cardano Summit, big news coming today. I assume it's directly linked to Bitcoin. Extremely bullish. Interesting. I like to hear that. The chart looks like it could get a move. I recall watching you make those breadcrumb trails on sheets. You're funny. Join the 99 trading group and begin your life or journey everywhere. If you want to trade where we trade, you want to make the gains where we're making the gains. You want to be able to post gains, have some fun, get involved. WEEX is the spot, man. And look, I'm up a beautiful 16%, $50. And I only had to use $299 to do that. I mean, that's an amazing margin, right? So, and if we close above this 1 hour and everything moves and the 21 comes up, we're going to have a massive pump. So this could end up turning into becoming a great, huge day. You never know. We could even dump. You never know. But the inverted head and shoulder, it's all kind of coming together here. And this is WEEX. This is where I trade on and off. I also like to trade on Mexi. They both have very low fees. Mexi has the lowest fees in the game. So if you're applicable, Mexi does have the lowest fees. So that would be my first choice if you could get there. But for most people around the country and for all my US partners, everyone, WEEX is going to really be your best bet. And it's going to kind of hold you down, make you feel comfortable. We know the people over there. We talk to them all the time. You know, Andy comes on the channel. So if you need anything, if you feel, you know, if something ever happens, we can reach out and they'll respond to us pretty fast, and we can all kind of come together. So can we get a quick peek at Pepe, Sam? Yeah, Pepe is just in that tight channel still. Hasn't changed, right? I'm not going to really, you know, budge on my Pepe idea that it's about to break out huge. That's just what Pepe is doing. So let's take a look at where Pepe is here on the daily. So we got Pepe so tight in this channel, and it's right on the 200 MA. You want to see it really hold that 200. You really, really do. If it loses it, you want to see it lose it for just a couple, you know. But on the daily, really, you don't want to see Pepe lose that 200. And it's getting oversold. MACD's looking good. Starting to come down to the lack of sellers. Everything's starting to form a nice basis here. And I like that rounded bottom. Retesting. It's looking great. I stand by this setup for Pepe. It looks like 158% gains could be coming out of Pepe. You only have to remember 39% of the risk to gain 159. That's a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. I think that's amazing. At 990, Pepe is a steal. Since you're looking at DEX, Jungle Token, check out the roadmap at WEEX. This will eclipse pump for his fun soon. Keep it up. Thank you, Jungle. So he just gave us Jungle. We need more people giving us the skinnies on stuff. Yeah, Jupe is awesome. I agree. Weird how many people have their whole holdings on DEXs, not your keys and such. What are you talking about? You can attach your MetaMask wallet to a hardware wallet, and people can't access your hardware. You can't move anything out of your hardware wallet out of your MetaMask without your hardware wallet. So it will have your keys attached. Yeah. So it kind of, the statement makes you seem a bit misinformed. Yeah. Weird how, you know what I mean? Penal colony. I love you though. God bless you. Sorry, I don't got here. Mute. Typhoon here again. Another, yeah. That's what, you know, one of my buddies in the Philippines, Sean, and he was telling me that they had a bit of an issue with, more stuff going on. Cat in a Dog's World booming to the upside. Mew. Wow. Mew just doing damage. And when I bought into Mew back in here, I didn't even really think much about it. Mew just doing some serious damage now. All-time highs from Mew. Awesome. I mean, to me, it says it will likely pull back now. That daily's away from the 21-day moving average. And we call it, see, this is when you have the rising wedge flag. When you make a, you know, PONKE's kind of looking like this. We'll look at PONKE in a second. I just added PONKE. We'll talk about that, though. I mean, giant double bottom. I mean, you just want to see that Mew never goes back below 8,225 now. Looks like there could be some pullback. You're far away from the 21. I mean, this is possibly unsustainable. But maybe you continue to pump a little more and then you pull back. Small time frames. You have to look for flags, ideas. Looks like Mew may go continue to, I don't know, 13554. Jupiter pumped on Grayscale News. Gonna possibly be this cycle sushi swap. Pump DEX to 20. I believe Jupiter can get to $20. You know, we talked about it before. I went over that. I was talking about a $20 Jupiter a year, like maybe 6, 7, 8 months when we first started buying into Jupiter. I don't want to say exactly when, and people say that's not, you know, because I can't remember, but it feels like it's been a year we've been in Jupe. Jupe is so funny. I still have a trade on Jupe. So we voted to. But I still got a trade on Jupe. On the perpetual here. And look, it's still there. It still shows it. Funny, it reads my, like, it shows the trade, I guess, with your IP or something. I don't know. But look at this, man. Things are going well. MPLX is in the gains today. Up $1,200, and that's the coin I love. Look, this is up 354%. They should have a little thing where you can click and show it, right? And this has been open for a long time. I got 5 sold in this trade. It's been open for a long time. Or maybe it's even less, the margin, yeah. And I just opened it because you had to do different tasks, remember, to get like So I just opened up a bunch of different trades. I mean, look how bullish that is. That's gone. Like, that is gone. Like, that's Solana. Yeah, I'll see you at 300. Like, obviously. You know, and I'll see you there somewhere probably by the mid-December. Is what it's telling you. So, yeah, Jupe is hot. You can trade anything you want on the perpetual DEX on Jupe. You can do, I mean, it's really awesome. All right. You can stake. You can do so many different things. I'm staking the Jupe as we speak right now. Right. I'm voting there too. You can bridge. The Jupe space station, right? Swap, limit order. You can put limit orders too. I mean, you could do so many different things that you couldn't do before. So I was getting like this kind of pain in my stomach right now that had me talking slow. One day you guys are gonna see me just like, no, I hope not. Shout out to RC Moore. Shout out to everybody out here. Let's jump back into the chat. It's getting crazy over here. And you know the market's bullish when the super chats start ripping out of control. So we looked at Pepe, and so we're looking at Jungle, which is a DEX. So you might want to, I would write this down. I would take note of this, put it on an Excel spreadsheet. That Cat AI is shady, took a dump. Jungle. All right, and he says Jungle, check out roadmap, tokenomics. Is this Jungle token here? Nah, it's gotta be, these are all too small. Huh. Token Jungle, that's what it is here, right? Yeah. All right. So it's got a 20K. Wow, tiny. I mean, come on, man. Did you come up with this coin, Kevin? Yeah. Yeah. I'm all set. Yeah. We're not your exit liquidity today, buddy. You know, maybe it comes out. You never know. I mean, it's got a tiny market cap. Who knows? You said look at the website, give it a moment. All right, we'll do that. If it even low, there you go. Okay. Mint launch boost native token Jungle with us. Is a user-friendly platform with simplified token creation, management, and growth with a full suite of tools. From minting tokens to boosting visibility and trading volume, Token Jungle equips creators with everything they need to succeed in the crypto jungle. It was created to help creative individuals in the crypto space who have innovative ideas but lack the tools and technical knowledge to bring them to life. Launch your token. Why venture into Token Jungle? So it's kind of like Pump.Fund, you're saying. It's a, you know, it's a competitor to Pump.Fund. Okay. I mean, it looks okay. The site's all right. I don't know. We'll see. They stole that monkey from somewhere. Anyway, oh my gosh, right? Good luck to the guys over there. Beautiful flag here forming on the 15-minute. As suggested, this is all we wanted. We wanted to go sideways, and we just need to keep more candles closing. As long as this continues. And see, when I trade a flag, in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, what time frame's above? So when I trade a flag, but I know that we just pierced the 1 hour 200 MA, my mind sees the flag and the 200 MA in my mind at the same time, and I know in my mind goes probability high, probability high. And I know that there's a good chance I'm going to make some gains there. So I'm long, right? So if anyone, you know, everyone knows I'm long right now. I want to make that clear, right? It's not even a question. It's the shoulder, head, right shoulder. And I showed you longs on the daily. I showed you longs on the 1 hour. I showed you scalps of the 15-minute. You could trade it any way you wanted it. I got almost all three trades open. I got the scalp of the 15-minute open on WEEX. I got the 1 hour trade open. And then I have the bigger trade open on the USDT pair. I have all three trades open. I have the scalp on the 15, the 1 hour, and the daily trade all open right now. All three trades. One on WEEX and both on MEXC. All right? That's how I'm doing it. That's how Sammy does it over here, all right? That's how Sammy does it over here. I'm going to trade it out. Don't talk about it. Do it. Just do it, baby. Do it. Hey. He's doing it over here. He's doing it again. She's doing it again over here. Blessings on blessings and everybody here who's awesome. I love you. Again, if you want to trade where I trade, all right? Hook me up. I appreciate it. Use the link. You learn from me. You can send it back my way. All right. We'll look at POPCAT for you. God bless you. Thank you for giving us Token Jungle. About to crack 68,000 for the first time here. And we reset the stochastics while going sideways. That's another go-to model of mine. When the stochastics reset, but price goes sideways and you hit the support or resistance flip, I mean, those are two, that's what's called confluence, combined influence, telling you there's likely something going on here. You're going to be getting that move to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. It gets all the way to 69,089, 69,100, possibly two as well. So, wow. And remember, why are we doing this? We're doing this to keep our family safe and free. Okay? At the end of the day, why are you guys coming to this live stream? Because they're going to print money to zero. Fiat currencies, they regularly last 35 years. Look at all this. The Peruvian, the Russians, Zaire, Hungary, Germany, $1 billion. Why are they printing $1 billion dollar bill? Because it's funny? Because it's cool? No, because they printed their money so much that, like, people had to come back to the bank and exchange the small fund. Like, they had to bring in small for bigger fund, you know what I mean? For bigger dollars, because they didn't have enough money. Because they printed them to zero. So it would cost you 500 ones to just buy a piece of bread. You'd be sitting there like this. So they had to make $1 trillion bills and $1 billion bills. And they've been doing this around the world, everybody. It's only a matter of time. They do it to you and your country and your dollar. I don't know where you are, but it's going to affect you no matter what. Thoughts on NERUAL? I mean, that's NERUAL AI, if I'm correct, right? Let's take a look here. NERUAL AI. NERUAL. It's got a $43 million market cap. All right. It's on Uniswap and Bitmart. Go from text or image to 3D and download your game ready asset for immediate use across design tools and games. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? With our accelerated 3D creation process, you can automate 3D content generation at scale, bypass manual modeling or need for an extensive design team to accelerate your project development. Due to speed in creating a model as a character, you're now iterated at a high rate. Yeah, see, soon, like, all of us will be able to create games. Like, see what tech's gonna do? Think about it. Back in the day, a guy had a shovel, and if he had to make a pool, they say you had to do your pool in the backyard. That was it. There was a shovel. Then they came up with like a bobcat. Now you can hire like a big piece of machine, and you can get that whole thing done by yourself if you know how to use it, or hire the guy that uses it in like a day. Would have taken you months, right? Technology, boom. So what's now? Well, now it takes someone a long time to build a video game. They have to sit there and do all this, like years from now, 10 years from now, things that take teams of people to do and are really hard, one person can do in a second, you know? And you just have the idea now, the world, how you want, the character, you write the story now, and you could build that whole video game. Like 10 years from now, we could all probably build our own video games. Maybe the video game, the price of video games may collapse because that information may be so, you know, but then it'll be higher end games. It'll be more immersive. That's where it's going to go. So the price of like 2D video games are going to fall, right? And the more immersive, the more virtual world, and so you're going to have to kind of figure out. And so you're still going to have to innovate in this world. You're just going to have to be inside that pocket of innovation. And again, if you can get your mind to think on this stuff faster and faster, you'll be one of the forefront at this space. And that's how I stay where I'm at. That's how I got here. I saw where the markets were going, and I said, man, if I could start a show about this tech, about what I'm into, and I'm passionate about it, right? This is going to blow up because this is what people are into. Cryptocurrency is going to get bigger. If you attach yourself to cryptocurrency, you're going to get bigger. This show is going to get bigger. This channel is going to grow. These are facts. I will hit 100,000 subscribers. It's going to happen. All right. Interesting. I went on a bit of a high-tech tangent there, but it got me going. NERUAL AI, right? I like what it can do. Hard to find. Not on many markets. Uniswap and Bitmart with a very small market cap. It's interesting. It's climbing. Let's take a look at it here on the DEX screener and see what I see. NERUAL AI. I thought I bought this coin a while back. Honestly, I thought it was on CoinEx. Maybe I'm getting it confused with XAI. So last time I looked at it here, it had that head and shoulder. It could go either way. It did eventually slump down. Came back up, made a nice flag. I love when coins don't just pump out of nowhere. I like when they slowly consolidate. This is doing level by level. Nice, nice. I mean, this is beautiful. And then this is a flag right here that wants to break out too, which looks like it very well may. And to the upside it goes. We're looking at about $9, right? You got a 2 million market cap. $2 million liquidity, $4 million market. I like the lock liquidity. This thing looks hot. I'll be honest, you may have found us a pretty nice gem here. Small market cap too. I don't see how it couldn't get to 400 million with the narrative, even if it was just, again, you never know what could happen. It's all speculative. But yeah, this coin looks interesting to me. I give it a check, man. I like what I'm seeing here. I'm comfortable with the website. I'm comfortable with what they're saying they're going to be doing. Right? I've looked at it before. I just want to, show you again. Supercharge your game with AI-powered 3D models, right? Our workflow. We generate you, download the model files and use them. Incorporate into your existing workflow. Create 3D game assets in minutes. Saving time and money. Generate with our plugins directly lead in game engines. They got to be pissed people off that are spending their time and are like, what? Yes, it can be used completely free of charge. We provide a free toolkit for 3D asset generation, making high quality 3D content accessible to everybody. Pretty interesting. I don't see how this doesn't do well. I think this is something that's worth buying immediately, personally. Tiny market cap, right? Again, it could go to zero. There could be unlocks. I don't know, how many VCs are in, all that other stuff, but it's on the low right now. And we're now back, 597 of all the coins. Which actually isn't that far away when you think about how deep I've dived. Like we're in the 2000s before many times. All right. Bitcoin 67,750, been flat most of the day. We're watching the 15-minute make that flag on a Thursday, low volume on our heading to 12 o'clock. I would say I can't believe it. I wake up at 6:30. Soon it'll already be up for 6 hours. We get a lot done in 6 hours in this trading group. I'm telling you right now. I'm already paid for the day. I've already made my day's pay and I got other trades open. We'll see where we go, baby. Can we continue though, man? They keep battling this 67.9. We've hit it like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You see, we're just up and down in this range. The more we do it, the more we are going to lose the range. Now there's a little bearish divvy forming, which is bearish to me. 1 minute, toying with the 200 MA. You don't want to lose that. You really want to bounce there. 7 minute looking somewhat bullish too, though, with the tight movement. And then you're back to the 1 hour. Are you staying above that 200? That looked so nice when it was green and we were up there. It was like, oh yeah, we were gone. We got to stay above that 200. The 21 slowly coming back to price and then boom. Might take its time today. It might be just slow consolidation, but that's great. If we slowly consolidate, man, tomorrow into tonight into Friday, we're going to have a massive move. So we don't want just pump, 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 and dump, 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 dump. We want the market to slowly grind into consolidation. Really, really key. Wow, a lot of awesome stuff here in the super chats here today. A lot of colorful people giving colorful chats. One of the greatest compliments I ever had, comparing me to Alan Turing, looking through the messages and the patterns of the encrypted messages in World War II, man. Unbelievable. And shout out to Crypto Billy, shout out to Boyce. Let's just name everyone that gave. We got Omar Lopez, we got Yonito, we got Margaret Ness, we got Clem multiple times, we got Jamal Antonio in the next paradigm, we got Canadian Boy, we got Bear Adjacent, we got Mystic Flowers, Clem Fandango again, Lotic Irrigation LLC. We looked at that 88. We got Carlos Alejandre. Shout out to your brother, man. We got Paola Carpinello. Shout out to Paul on Womeo token, which I couldn't find anything about that. Shout out to Highly Trained. Shout out to Bill Brown, Clem Fandango again. Shout out to Boyce, HB, Kevin Fincel, RC Moore, Ivan Rogue, and he said POPCAT TA, please. Let's take a look at POPCAT. And it is a Thursday, so we could have some funny business, So we had an alert on POPCAT as it went sideways. Looked like once the alert hit, and again, right before the alert, it started to move, came back down for the retest, and then pumped up beautifully for a nice 23%. I mean, these coins are great to swing trade because they look obvious when they're about to pump. Like, it's just like pretty obvious. You have tight moving averages above the 200. I teach my students this whenever the moving averages get tight. And now you just want to see the 21 come to price action while the 4-hour stays above support and resistance. Like the TA is playing out so well on a lot of these coins. So just, you know, maybe you get 8 to 16, 12 hours there. Sideways price action, 21 touches, and that I'd be in that flag again. And that tells you next target is 231. I love what I'm seeing, and so far so good here for POPCAT. Yeah, and wait for it to get to 231 till its next bigger pullback. In my humble opinion, this is nice consolidation, gearing up for a bigger move. Wow, Bitcoin getting beat down now to 67,620. Not going well now. Dang, man, come on, BTC, how you gonna do that? In the range all day long, then it's going to give it up. Crazy, right? If everywhere may start to bounce, there's a little bearish div. That swings down, that swings up. It's starting to bearish div out a little bit. Tells me that we may lose the sauce. Remember, we talked about what will happen. You'll come back, you'll lose the 200 MAs and the 15. Then you'll test this top trend line. Then you'll hit the top trend line. And then you could drop all the way back down to 62.6. BOOKMAP still got liquidity either way. It's got this big bar here at 66.9. I don't know what that's all about. Wish that would kind of disappear. But we still got all this red up here too. It could go either way, but we still got liquidity above us. I'm still long. I'm not giving up with the trade. I'm doing me, baby, no matter what happens. And we already took some good gains today too. So even if I did lose a couple of those trades, I'd still be green on the day, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right. Last things we can see in the chat here before I jump on out for the day. Shout out to the 1,500 people here on the live. $203 in chat revenue. You people are awesome. Thank you so much for the love. Where does everybody go? We get 1,800 people here, and then exactly at like 11:30, maybe they're BitBoy people, right? But we lose like 200 people every day, like right at 11:45. Used to stay through the whole show. It depends on the day, right? Could you check Boom, please? Moonwell TA Lifer, if you can, brother. Alluvium. Best price you're going to get to buy, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, Alluvium's perfect right now. Alluvium is perfect. I looked at it last night. It was like, wow, this thing is just money. You know, funny, Moonwell on the 15-minute looks like it's gonna Moonwell if you just kind of do this. Possible scalp on Moonwell on the 15. I don't look at any other time frame here, just possible scalp on the 15. We'll reconvene, but that could go up 24% for Moonwell. So I would watch that closely. That looks likely. Moonwell is hot right now. Black Dragon, no one talks about this one. Amen. Still a thing. You're funny. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so, though. You're funny. Polygon, mate. Here with the best. Is Polygon still a thing? Is that what somebody said? Yeah, Polygon looks terrible. Yeah. That's why you're the GOAT, man. Just bought $100 at Arrow. God bless you, man. I bought $5,000 of it yesterday. And so we're going to go over all the things I did this week because I forget. I'm like, what did I do this week? And I did a lot. And I want to go over it all with the trading group tonight. All right. For about an hour tonight, 8 to 9. We'll break it down for you guys and we'll have a blast. Be there or be square tonight at 8 p.m. The weekly screen share. Also go over token metrics and show you kind of what coins we're looking at, what's hot, what the bots are looking at, and everything else. PONKE. I looked at PONKE on this 4-hour time frame and it's just in this flag. Now there is some bearish div in one of the PONKE dumps, but it's just showing signs like it really wants to make a run of it. The next target for PONKE, take us to 60 cents. I mean, that'd be a 50% gain for PONKE. So I'd like to see, that's just beautiful. Right? Another coin that I hold long-term is BEAMX in my long-term portfolio. I love this puppy. And there it goes out of that tight channel with the tight moving averages. Beam getting a bit of a move here to the upside. And there you have it, Beam, right? And I could even see Beam on the daily look like it was going to pump up to the day. You know, now once Beam crosses the 200 MA, Beam's going to rip. And then look, it gets above that. So a point of control and the 200 MA. Look at that gap of the VRVP for Beam. 50% gains coming in that rounded bottom. All right. Do you think Mother has good potential? It's really low right now. I don't know, man. All those coins were hot and they didn't really do much at the time when they had all the buzz and everyone cared. So I don't know. It depends. I don't get caught up. I mean, she will market it a lot. How could she not? You know, it's Iggy Azalea. I don't know, though. Not a huge fan, so who knows? BEAMX was strong throughout this whole week. Yeah. Amen. Yeah. TA on Tron, please, Sam. All right, everybody. That's going to end the show here at 11:59 p.m. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for the love. We had an awesome time. 67,700 for Bitcoin. We'll find out if we win or lose these trades in the trading group later on today. Blessings on blessings for everyone that came into the stream. Shout out to everyone that, you know, gave us your time. Shout out to my whole team that made this awesome. And shout out to all the beautiful people still here. You know, I'm blessed to the people that are still here. I'm very grateful for people that are maintained. 1,400 people still here on the live. That's absolutely unbelievably amazing. So I'm so blessed to be here with you all. I'm so blessed to have this channel. I know I am. Every single day, I thank God for every single day. And we go from there. Stay in the present moment. That's how you defeat anxiety. If you're feeling, everyone's like, I got anxiety, I can't do this, I got to do that. Stay in the present moment. Realize that that's all you have. The present is the fabric of space. The present moment is basically the soil. Like if you had a garden, you would have to plant into the soil, right? If you don't stay in the present, there's no soil to plant. Like you got nothing. If you're always thinking back and forth, you got to stay in the present moment to be able to plant seeds for the future. Super important, okay? Get your mind right, get your health right, get your body right. Everything else will kind of fall into place. Stay disciplined, stay amazing. And remember, the secret to success. Do you know what the secret to success is? It's getting started.